Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're with us here on this Monday morning. Looking for a little better week than we had last week as far as weather-wise. We're going to have a little warmer weather, but man, last week was cold, but we sure had some enjoyable fires, and I just flat out enjoyed that cold weather. I don't know about, I didn't stay outside that much, but we just had some great fires and warm. And Ashley lives across the road from us now, and she came over and actually fell asleep one afternoon in front of the fireplace like the old days when she was a little girl. So anyway, let's move on with our weather. Brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard, and hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. High today, 66, low 49. The water temperature brought to us by Allco Electric out of Lynn Haven. We're looking at a 64. It dropped down last week. You remember, it got up almost to 66. But that cold weather had an effect because it's just that steady cold weather and wind coming in. It had an effect on it. Our Monday moon phase brought to us by Panama City, Coca-Cola. Good folks down there and a great product. We're looking at, we had that full moon last week, and I know, if you're like me, you just didn't have a chance to look at it very much. It was cloudy and rainy some of those nights, and so we didn't have a really spectacular full moon like we normally do. So anyway, we're on a waning stage. We'll have a new moon coming in like next Wednesday, be the new moon. All right, moving on to our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Good strong tide today. Low at 512 and high tonight at 704. And we'll have on a wind, how about this? Light and variable. That's nice for a change, isn't it? Okay, and they're looking at the whole week looks like just a good week, like I was saying earlier. So today's be a good day. A lot of y'all have off on Monday. Today'd be a good day to maybe get out on water and try to find some of those trout. But you got to release them this week, but you can keep them on Saturday. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Glad you're with us. Looking at we always start talking early about before things happen in nature. We anticipate what's going on, and we always anticipate the run of the Spanish mackerel. I mentioned it on Friday's fishing report, but I got another picture over last day or two here from Panama City fishing page. They're catching them scattered, but we did get a picture right here. Okay, a bunch of Spanish and blues today. I got a king, but he was short and it cut me off. So that was Jordan Cam, and off the pier there. And okay, check out. And guess what he caught it on? How about a gotcha plug? When they first came out, we were doing a show when they first came out. I was just really impressed with them. If you remember, we took the kids fishing and all. We started keeping documentation of what color of the head, either yellow or red or whatever. And we had that documentation from the field trips we took with our students from that. So it brings back fond memories. But they're not here, a bunch of them, but they're going to start coming in pretty soon. Okay. All of us can appreciate this. Owning a dog is perfect for people who never want to eat a whole sandwich by themselves again. Ain't that the truth? Not supposed to give your dog scraps, but I think most of us do. This was, I was looking on the FWC page and people going by and sending in pictures. This is Maria Rodriguez, and she was down in Okaloochee Slough Wildlife Management Area. It just sounds like a swampy area, don't it? But anyway, she took some pictures of the panther, and I just want to share the pictures because I think they're awesome. Is that not a great picture? I mean, you had to have that on the stand. You had to have the clarity and the focus on it. I mean, look at that. That's just spectacular. That's right here in a beautiful, great state of Florida. And look at there, another one. I mean, just you want to go there and pet it, don't you? It looks so calm. And then looking away like that. So outdoor photography, wildlife photography, I've never done much of it other than on my cell phone. Miguel has done some. I know a lot of y'all have, and y'all seen in pictures, but it just really captures the essence of the outdoors. Okay, don't forget now, coming up this week, 2 days, the commission meeting over in Tallahassee. We talked about it. I gave you the agenda about 2 weeks ago. You can get it on the Florida channel or my FWC. You can pick it up. Or you can go over in person. I don't have time, but I'd like to think I'd like to go. This is for fellow teachers. I went on this. That's why I want to talk about it. And you need to get your application in. It's the Florida Forestry Service. It's a 4-day tour for teachers, just talking about sustainable forestry. And I went on that in 2014 or 15, maybe 2014. I went. That's 10 years ago. And and what a great teacher from all over the place. And it's free, and they'll spend some quality time with you. And I'm gonna tell you what I learned. Of course, I thought I know everything about outdoors and trees and all, and I do know a lot, but a lot of those guys and ladies, and they'd put us on a bus. They would take us to some of the forested areas. Well, we went over between Jacksonville and St. Augustine, and at the paper mill and box plant, and you think that's an old ugly place and all, man. It's really a well run, and it's really showed us how they were doing things, and we got to ride the bus out to different places over toward Ocala National Forest. It's just a great learning experience. So you can go back and share with the students. The one thing I learned, I never will forget, is we're going down the road, and the tour, they rotated different people talking to us. This guy was in front of the bus talking, and just telling us that we were getting to an area. And we were talking about, there were only about 30-something ladies and about 3 or 4 guys, as typical in the faculty. But one of the ladies we were talking about how the Forestry Service comes in and just clear cuts everything, and it looks ugly, and just cuts everything and all. And the guy agreed. He said it does look ugly. He said what we have started doing, and we have to clear cut the plant, and we understood that. But he said we started to leave 5 or 6 rows next to the highway, and so you can't see the clear cut that bad. And if you notice, if you leave Weewah between Weewah and Howard Creek and Port St. Joe, they've done that, and I've never paid attention to it, but I thought what a brilliant move, because they're still getting the maximum use of their land, and because they can cut those trees later. They come in later and cut those trees when the other trees get that high. But I thought, what good common sense and good conservative effort to just save our view. So when you're riding down the road on the highway, you look out there, you're still seeing trees, which is, if you're like me, that's just special. So anyway, if you want to go in there, here it is, the Florida Forest Service. Check with them. It's free, and they give you all kind of stuff. Florida Forestry Association Project Learning Tree, and they'll show you how to do the fires and all. So anyway, that's just cool. I want to share that with you fellow teachers if you want to go. All right, let me know if you want to. I want to get some pictures from you. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. As you know, we're celebrating year number 20 here on Panhandle Outdoors. It's just special to all of us, and as I look back over the years, I'd like to sort of bring some things out and show you some vintage video and just find some things and talk about the good days. And we're still in good days right now. We've got some good days ahead of us, but I sort of reminisce a lot. I'm bad about loving the history part of all kinds of different things, even the things I do, the early history I do. So when we first started, we didn't have the technology we have today. As you know, I just show you everything here on this iPad. It's amazing. But when we first started, I'm going to use the Fish and Game Times, how we did that. Okay, so what we did, I had a stand here, and the stand sometimes would fall down. Jeff would have the camera, and I have the stand right here. But we did the Fish and Game Times. The first sponsor I got was Chick-fil-A. Folks, I still have this, okay? I have it in a box. Now, it's sort of falling apart now, and on the back of it, I've got written top, okay, top, so I can tell when I was behind it if I had a top. And this is metal. Gail had this made at the welding shop at Haney, and then we taped the Chick-fil-A on here. And on the Fish and Game Times, this is magnetic fish, okay, and I would just put the 2 hours. Gail cut it to size for 2 hours on the Fish and Game Times, and that's what I would put in the morning. And we'd put it right here, and Jeff would put a camera on the Chick-fil-A Fish and Game Times, and that was in the early days. Of course, we do it now. It's sponsored by Blue Water Outriggers. In those days, Chick-fil-A was sponsor, and it's sort of reflective of across America. One of the local owners, Don Adams, is a great guy, and he was sponsoring. But then you sort of get overruled. We lost them as sponsor. All the decisions started being made, like in Atlanta and like on Academy Sports, a great corporate sponsor for a year. And then they go to Tampa and get this big advertising organization. They just don't, they don't realize that what we have here in the Florida Panhandle, and the people we reach, and the love all that we have for the outdoors. We lose our corporate sponsors. That's why I'm always preaching about how important it is to support our local people. Everyone I got now is local sponsors. I don't have any big corporations, but anyway, we're still making it. So we appreciate all what they're doing. But I just want to share that with you. Now what I want to share with you, we have I've got my granddaughters together over the other night. I said we're going to figure out what day will be the show number 5,000. So they all got out the little computers and calculators, and they figuring, because we do 260 shows a year in 20 years and all that. So here it is. Are y'all ready for it? Y'all the first ones I can tell, other than the family. On March the 28th will be show number 5,000. March the 28th, 2025. So I wish I had a huge celebration plan, but we're going to celebrate, but it's going to be something small. I just wanted to share that with you. It's going to be a special day for all of us, and if you have any things you want to share on those, before time, we can sort of share some of your memories or pictures or whatever, and I would, so we're looking forward to it. Anyway, and one of the things along these lines, I was thinking last night, I mentioned Hank Parker last week. I showed a picture of Hank Parker taking his granddaughter out rabbit hunting, and he said he wanted to take her hunting so she wouldn't fish all the time. So I got to thinking about it. I told you I interviewed Hank Parker, and so last night I sort of went through I found a Hank Parker interview. He's just a great guy. We're up here at the Sand Hills, First Baptist Church, out like a men's cookout up there at one of the really one of the farms, just lake house. And I got to see a lot of folks at Wilson's and all the folks, and we had a great time. And Hank Parker, he's just a hoot. He's just a great guy. He has, 5 kids and 13 grandkids now. So this goes back about 10 years ago we had this. So Jeff, we're going to run this, and then we're going to come back and show you some more stuff. We'll do a fishing game time. So let's run it.
Oh, you did?
All right, folks, we're up here at the Sims Farm for the big fish fry and cookout. Here's one of my viewers, Bill Mathis. My son Chip. Taking up tickets back here. And you can see we've got Hank Parker up there. So we're going to walk up here and watch the crowd gather. Beautiful place up here.
You ever been up here?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
This is Mr. Wilson.
Oh, don't put me on TV.
Okay, yeah, well, listen, this
Have
is
you met
great.
Hank yet?
We're on the way up there.
Okay.
We're on the way up there,
All right.
but we're going to just get in line, I think.
All right.
All right. Y'all heard of the wise men. Here's the wise man right here.
That's them.
Steve?
Dave.
I've had your grandkids in my class and all, and they learned some really good manners. Now, where did they learn that from?
They learned it from me.
Y'all looking forward to this, Bobby?
Yes.
All right. There's Hank Parker right over there, entertaining the crowd.
That's John Steve. He got his shirt on. Look right there.
Look there, Captain. We had that video taking his sister out about last month. You did a good job.
She loved it.
I like that thing he's got. Says only waves can tip a boat, and only you can tip the captain.
Hank, this is Winston.
I'll tell you about you another day.
Winston
Winston Chester. And Winston Chester.
Great. Winston has one of our.
I got you.
He involves a lot of kids from high school.
Is that radio or TV?
It's TV. Yeah, I'm just following your example.
I can't do TV in the morning. People can't take me too much in the morning. I have to wait till night where I slip up on them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll tell you what. That was one of the students you just talked about.
Oh, really?
Teaching an outdoor education class at the local high school.
How about that, Charles?
Yeah. We teach fly fishing, bait casting, and how to throw
I need to come to your class. I can't throw a cast network. Nick, I need a little bit.
do a better job.
They listen. They listen.
You know, rolling for a 20-foot cast. Rolling beats all of everything.
I got him on
Any day.
I got the best cast net thrower I got here, about in muscle shoulder. That boy can throw a cast net, buddy. He can throw a big cast net. Yeah, he used to have an 18-footer. That sucker could pop them leg like
That's the
that.
way rolling is. Rolling throw that thing. It blew me away.
It's a beautiful thing when he said.
I'm telling you.
Well, we appreciate you coming down here.
Good to be here, man. This is unique.
You hanging around some good people.
That's good.
He don't know about that
We
yet.
got some fresh carp coming. Imported from Lake Erie, I hear.
Well, Ricky can cook it. He'll tell us his past before I told him. He'll have up our fleet.
Tackle salesman will tell you what you want to hear.
Hey, all salesmen tell you what you want to hear.
Well, listen, I want you to say good morning to our Panhandle Outdoor viewers.
Good morning to the Panhandle Outdoor viewers. Let's do that again.
Take two.
Take
This
two.
guy needs more practice.
And I'm with Winston Chester, and Winston and I go back 100 years. He taught me everything I know about fishing. So he has really, really schooled me. I still got a lot to learn, and I call Chester from time to time when I get in a jam and I can't figure out what I need to do next. So Chester, I really appreciate it. We just want to say thumbs up to all the Panhandle viewers out there. You guys hang in there and keep watching on Chester, and you never know where you may go.
Man, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Y'all believe all of that?
I should have said Mr. Chester. That's what we call him. Some people call him Winston, but I call him Mr. Chester. So y'all keep listening to Mr. Chester.
Great job, buddy. We don't even take no takes on that. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. A good flashback on. We've had some great interviews over the years, and like I said, Hank Parker's just a great guy. Let's look at our fishing game times. Of course, I just for old time's sake, I put the fish on right times right here. Okay, so we're not going to. This is what it would be. Our times, of course, it's sponsored now by Blue Water Outriggers, 8:01 to 10:01 a.m., which is right here, and then 8:30 to 10:30, which is right here. That's how we did. I've already got the fish there, so that's how we did the original one. Now you see, Jeff puts it up there, and it's a lot easier to see like that. But anyway, we started off with the right idea. Now, we mentioned also Friday about if you had a chance over the weekend, a good time to do shed hunting. And shed hunting is, going out in the woods, just finding some broken off horns where they shed the horns every year. A lot of times you just find a single one, sometimes you find them all together. And it's just fun. It's just a great time of the year to get out there. And this week, next February and early March is the time to do it around here. So I just looked up, I always try to find as much information as can. From my experience, I just go out and walk. I don't really have any big plan. I just look over here, look over there, and find some places where maybe they rubbed. But then you always go online, you find all kinds of things these experts do, and they're experts at it. So I get a kick out of it. I'm gonna go through it pretty fast, but it's just here's the guy. This is just a guy here. Why do people hunt? But anyway, people just actually use them for decoration. But listen, I didn't know this. There's 3 reasons. Okay, and they hunt for, they look for quality, not quantity. So you're really looking for some big ones. That's out west, so that I just take what I can get. And look at number 2, look for the thick brush in a thick area because they're going to be there. And look high and look low because they're talking up on the hill and then down there in the low spots around the swamp. And I like to look around there's some old ponds around my place, and I like to look around there where they're rubbing on the cypress knees. Find the crossings, then it just makes sense right there where they do a lot of traveling, and where they do shelter. Look on the south side where the sun is, because in wintertime they go. This is number 6. That was important because in summertime they're sort of in the sun, and they're sort of out there, sort of relaxing in the sun and doing it. That makes a lot of sense right there. And neighborhoods in the suburbs, more not around here, but other places. And there's a guy. This guy just found. He found the same shed in the same place from one year to the next. And I thought that was interesting, looking at the different growth and all. It didn't. I figured out this was a mature buck because it didn't grow much. There's not a lot of growth on because he's holding them side by side. It's interesting. And like I say, then different things like that. So different. Okay. Well, here the 3 reasons people hunt. Number 3. Look at number 3. They hunt for economic gain. They sell the shed antlers to collectors, health specialists, and furniture artisans and craftsmen to create new wares. I did not know that. I didn't know people actually sold the sheds, and I've seen shades and all from lampshades made out of these. So there are all kind of neat things you can do. And speaking of neat things, I was going to show you this. I was looking at healthy meat to eat. Let me see if I can find it down here. Right here. I got it right here. You're talking about the healthy meat. It made me think about, looking at all those horns, made me think about different food to eat. And look at the top 3 or 4: elk, venison, and bison. And you can actually buy this stuff now. Of course, then it goes into some fish. And number 6 and 7, turkey and chicken. And number 10, the last one, wild boar. And that's number 10 on the list. But you can do that because they don't have a lot of fat in it, because the wild boar actually runs around in the woods all the time like that. But that's something you got to cook a long time. A couple other things. We're talking about the bass fishing and picking up, and here it is in February, and I've got a schedule now for the Mosley High School Bassmasters if you want to go out and watch some of their weigh-ins. And they just had one yesterday afternoon. There's just really a good time to go after church, go fishing. How many times in growing up did you go to church in the morning and go fishing in the afternoon? I thought that was a good. So that was yesterday afternoon. I didn't quite make it, but anyway, they were at Seminole Saturday. But anyway, coming up Deer Point Lake on April 19th, and May, White City, Lake Wimico, and then so you see they've got a good little spring schedule, and that just looks good right there. I appreciate all the support those folks are getting. Now I've got to show you. Well, I got to go and show you this because this guy can fish real quick. My buddy Alan Courtney. Okay, he sent this to me right here. It's big bass. Talking about a big bass. Hey, Coach, attached is a nice one I caught last week in the Sandhills, 11.71 pounds. Did you hear me? 11.71 pounds. How about that? Alan Courtney can catch a fish. He fished his whole life, and he's one of the best fishermen, if not, well, he's one of the top 5 bass fishermen in Florida, in my opinion. He's an amateur. He doesn't go out and do it professionally. But anyway, I just wanted to show you. I'm real proud of Alan Courtney. He came on the show in the early years. I talked to him about coming back, and he just knows a lot about bass fishing. That was in the Sandhill Ponds, 11.71 pounds. Of course, he released it, as he has always doing it. So anyway, a good way to end the show with a big bass caught by a local guy. So thank y'all for watching. We appreciate the viewership. We appreciate you supporting our sponsors. Do something good for someone else today. Enjoy the great outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.